Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Samurai Warriors Spirit of Sanada on the series JG. Yeah, I mean, not always totally artful, but they're handling some kind of interesting stuff. Characters who are generally displayed as being purely heroic. When they get into the real details of the politics that went on between the battles, they have to confront stuff like, I guess they've decided Hidetada's character is that he's like this teenage punk who just hates his dad because he keeps like pointing out the hypocrisy of his dad is talking in all these honorable samurai terms, but he's doing everything in his power to take the land for himself. And again, you can't argue with the fact. Well, you can. The Tokugawa shogunate was incredibly oppressive to the Christian minority in Japan. And basically wanted to shut out Western influence. So you could certainly make the case that that wasn't great. But as far as actually setting up stable administration and running a country, it's hard to say whether Hideyoshi, Hideyoshi, of course, he invaded Korea. The game refuses to mention that. But we don't know what Nobunaga would have done had he lived longer. We don't know what Mitsunari would have done as far as civil administration had he triumphed at Sekigahara. But, I mean, it's interesting the game is facing some of these facts. Like, yeah, Ieyasu is not wholly heroic in all respects. Takes a tough man to triumph in tough times, I suppose. And they don't really talk about Hidetada's older brother who had to commit suicide, which is kind of a thing they hit on more in Neo. But anyway. Ina. I guess I read somewhere her character design, she's supposed to be the ideal Japanese woman in some sense of, well, I mean, strongly supportive of the husband, but also, you know, refined and whatever. Yeah, she's in a tough spot because it appears that she is legitimately in love with her husband, and her husband's in a really tough spot because he's pulled in from the outside of all this. The Sanada are now going to be following the Tokugawa, but I think she has to know that they're not really... I mean, Mazuyuki's certainly not on the same page with Ieyasu. I don't know. It's interesting. It's the most soap opera-ish of all the Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors games by far, obviously. I don't know that you could do this game with a lot of other stories. This Yukimura's story in particular lends itself to this. For one thing, you've got too many characters doing things that feel out of character. Again, like, Hideyoshi is the happy-go-lucky monkey guy. But the game kind of glosses over, it mentions, but doesn't dwell on the fact that, yeah, he ordered them to, like, fuck up the civilians to make the cost of war for the Hojo, like, unsupportable. I don't know if he ordered them to kill civilians directly, but yeah, he ordered them to, like, do what was needed to make the Hojo surrender, which included, like, being pretty hard on the civilians. Anyway. Yukimura is gone. It is up to me to stop Mitsunari. I will destroy him using my Muso. Here I thought we were going to escape Osaka Castle. Instead, we're escaping playing as Yukimura, which is in itself kind of nice, I suppose. Huh? What's the matter, Cha-Cha? What's the matter, Cha-Cha? What's all the hurry? Why am I talking like Yukimura? I mean, Kuruichi. No, excuse me. Yes, if the worst happens, then Lady Nene might be the one. Billy Gunn. The worst happens, Lady Nene might be the... I don't know what that means. But she seems to think that, if someone has to stop Mitsunari, it might be Lady Nene. Yeah, but apparently I can't escape from this one. There he is. Your mind is made up then? Yes, I must do this, even if it means I have to fight against Kiyomasa and Masanori. Very well, then I will join your cause.
Do you two really know what you're doing? Do you, Mitsunari Yoshitsugu?
Well, that's a great way to approach this. Like, immediately insult them. Lady Cha-Cha, you really have no place here, you know? Eavesdropping is not a very noble pursuit, my lady.
Quiet. Mitsunari, do you really intend to wage war against Master Ieyasu?
The answer is obvious. I cannot allow Ieyasu to taint Lord Hideyoshi's legacy. My pride would never allow it. And I am a pride. I do have a pride. I'm a lion. Check out my mane here.
Do you really believe that Lord Hideyoshi would have wanted this land to return to the chaos of war?
I don't think Hideyoshi wanted Ieyasu to rule the land, as made evident by the fact that he had that whole battle of Komagi whatever Nate. I mean, my actions are to protect the peace which Lord Hideyoshi built. Ieyasu is the only obstacle to a peaceful land.
Actually, you are the only obstacle to a peaceful land. I will not destroy you. I believe Master Ieyasu feels the same way about you.
True. Of course. Which is why we must do battle and decide a victor.
But that's beyond foolish.
Well, I mean, go tell him to surrender then. Jeez. This is a personal matter. Ieyasu and I must decide which of us is worthy to rule. No harm will come to the Toyotomi. Thousands will die, but no harm will come.
Do you even hear yourself? What the fuck, man?
You must keep the Toyotomi safe from harm, Lady Cha-Cha. How is she supposed to do that?
Mitsunari, what the fuck, man? Seriously?
You must understand, to him, Lord Hideyoshi's legacy has that much weight, that much significance, that thousands of people have to die so he can feel like the true champion.
And yet his actions run contrary to what Lord Hideyoshi would have wanted?
We really don't know. It doesn't seem to me like Hideyoshi was probably prepared for the fact that Ieyasu was likely to take over, but the whole 5 Council of Elders, he was trying to set things up so that his retainers would hold things in place for his son to take over. He wanted to found this new dynasty. He wanted to be the founding, the common guy who came up and founded this new, shogun line. And, yeah, I don't think he wanted Ieyasu to just take over and supplant his son, which is... They haven't mentioned Hideyoshi's son at all in this. I'm sure his son will have to come up later, because eventually that's what the battle at Osaka Castle is about. Is Hideyoshi's son is kind of the last threat to Ieyasu. It may be foolish, but that is his path. I too must follow him down that path now.
Yes, I guess. Whatever. Alright, better this happen. That's it. She's my only hope, Lady Nene. However, I will still escape and try to talk to other people, even though the game doesn't really care about any of that.
Oh, you know what? There's probably almost nobody for Cha-Cha to talk to. I mean, I could go out and do silly... Hey, mate, what? It smells so great, I think I'll have another.
Are you talking about me? Disgusting.
Yeah, the panda's still here. Gracia might have something to say.
I won't leave a pal behind. I will not leave a pal in need. Sometimes I don't understand you at all. For example, did I tell you to leave? Why are you bringing it up?
Okay, so Yukimura and the ninjas are not here to chat with, and that would be the main source of dialogue at this point. Are they saying Hime-sama, or... They're not saying... I thought I heard them saying Nene-sama, which makes no sense. Staring man. Gonna get as many flowers as I can. Sweet talk every girl I meet.
That's great. Let me get the hell out of here.
Okay, so there's really nobody else she can be talking to except who the character, the story demands. So that's fine. Let's not belabor this. I guess we could. Oh nope, Sako and Shima's over here. They can't be held.
I thought you would try and stop Mitsunari.
Sorry, but his mind is made up. All I can do is devise strategies to help him win. ...
You are going to fail.
Yeah, I know. It's alright though. Whatever. Uncle Phil, stop. Please forgive me. Now that things have come this far, there is nothing else that can be done. I will give all my all to protect the house of the Toyotomi.
But protecting the house will not mean anything. There's nobody left in it.
There is a personal matter between Ieyasu and myself. There is no need for it to affect the Toyotomi.
But it does. What the fuck?
I mean, that was what I was gonna say. It's like, Cha-Cha and I are of one mind here. It's like,
but it does. What are you talking about? Huh? Lady Nene. Cha-Cha. Cha-cha-cha. Lady Nene, thank you for teleporting us indoors to continue our conversation. Cha-cha. It is time for me to leave to Osaka Castle. Or to leave Osaka Castle. But, what are you saying? You are supposed to single-handedly prevent war? There is nothing left for me to do here. All the people I used to treat as my children are now trying to murder each other. Do not say such things. You are the only one who can stop this foolish war. One word from you, Lady Nene, and Mitsunari would...
Oh, I don't think so.
That's true. I may be able to stop him, but do you really think that would be for the best? I mean, sure, thousands of lives would be saved, and there would be peace. But is that really what's needed? I don't know. Each of them is following their convictions, doing what they believe is right. Can I step in and reject all that? Oh. But still, even so...
I think it's nice that they're giving Nene a role in all this, although I think the reality is she could not stop any of this because she is the wife of a dead lord, and their voices didn't carry the kind of weight that they would have in, like, you know... I always compare that, for obvious kawaii reasons, I always compared samurai warriors to dynasty warriors, and yeah, like the Sun Xuan's mother chewing him out about his plans with Liu Bei made a big difference. Japanese warlords at the time, they weren't listening to women. Women's voices didn't carry a lot of weight.
Will you come with me, Cha-Cha? I mean, why am I talking like you? Will you come with me, Cha-Cha? I'd like to take us both away from the world of men. We're gonna go to a sapphic paradise. No, I'm not suggesting we're gonna get it on. I'm just saying. Huh? If you stay here, you will know true suffering. You don't have to go through that again. Oh, that's nice. Lady Nene, are you offering me the chance to become a nun? You think that's like an exciting alternative for me? I will stay. If you must flee, then flee alone. I still have work to do. I have a promise to fulfill. Fuck you, bitch. You're just leaving.
Is Nene's, like, I'm looking at her outfit, like, you don't really get that many... Is that supposed to be mesh? That's, like, covering her entire thigh?
Of course, I apologize. I forgot that you have your own convictions, Cha-Cha. I forgot that you have your own emotional core, because you're a robot. Convictions? But Cha-Cha, please remember to smile. Remember what I told you. Fortune comes where happiness is.
Basically, Nene's thoughts on this are...
Cheer up. Jesus. If this is how things stand, then war is unavoidable. I must at least save her.
Oh, that'd be Gracia now.
Don't forget to smile, Cha-Cha. ...
Yeah, so now, like, she's literally the only one that she has left to try to help is Gracia, and all she can do is tell her to get the F out before everyone starts the killing. Yeah, Gracia also dies in this conflict, if I recall correctly.
Cha-cha, are you here to play with me?
Oh my god, what are you, like 4? Oh, I get some water here. Only difference between her and my 4-year-old niece, well, she's 5 now, is my niece would never ask me if I was here to play with her. She would just grab my hand and immediately start dragging me towards the room where her toys were.
Dot, dot, dot. Something's very odd about the town today. There's an uneasy buzz. It brings up bad memories. Of Mago. You have a sharp intuition.
Oh yeah, she's sharp, all right. Also admire the straightness of her Z-shaped part. Or like a zigzag part that she's got there. I mean, she's that takes some real work. Somebody else's work. She couldn't possibly do that. I mean, she wouldn't be able to see. She'd have to have, like, several mirrors set up.
You mean Boris coming? You must leave Osaka at once. I don't know what will happen, but it won't be good. I would suggest taking a flight to San Francisco. What will you do, Cha-Cha? I must stay here. Really? I thought you might escape to be with the Sanada, and I might go with you.
But despite the relationship this game has created between Cha-Cha and Yukimura, I don't think she would have any actual reason to go be with the Sanada. I mean, in this game it makes sense. In real history, I don't know that there was a rationale for that.
I could never do such a thing. Imagine meeting those filthy people.
She's never met any of the other Sanada, as far as I know.
I see. Then I will stay here too. Did you hear what I said? It will be dangerous to stay here. What the fuck? Plausible reason for you to say I can't leave a pal to face danger alone. I need to be with you when we both die horribly. Pal. Once a pal, always a pal, and I never leave a pal behind.
I don't know if Gracia dies before or after, but no, none of these women end up. I mean, of the women in the story that we've actually spent any time with, Nene goes off to become a nun, and Ina dies of old age, and she's a grandmother at the time. Pretty much everyone else is not looking for a happy ending.
Dot, dot, dot.
Though I don't know how Gracia's death connects. So Gracia, and this is something the story doesn't really cover that well, she ends up getting married, and she converts to Christianity. And ultimately, when the castle she's in is being sacked by the enemy army, she can't commit suicide, which is the traditional Japanese out for a man or a woman in that situation. So she asks her retainers to kill her because her Christian beliefs won't allow her to commit suicide, which I always thought was a bit of a cheat, quite frankly. But either way, no, tragic death, which is primarily what she's remembered for. And in this game, they just brought her in as this like goofy, comic relief, zany girl. It's weird. The call to battle has been issued. How are we supposed to fight against Uesugi? There must be some way to stop this. Wait, isn't this the tiny Uesugi village that we only had a few plot scenes here, so they didn't bother to make it a big place? Lord Yukimura, I think Lord Mazuyuki wanted to talk to you. Yes, I know, thank you. He doesn't seem that excited about meeting up with his... Wait, is Mazuyuki his brother? No, Mazuyuki's his dad, never mind. Doesn't seem excited about meeting up with his family for the first time in forever. Guy's a stable hand, alright. No, it can't be. Let's give this guy a copper ore, because apparently we can. I think we've are already friends with him. So he's going to give us a dandelion. Uesugi treated us so well. Is there nothing that can be done, Lord Yukimura? Who is he again? Child served Lord Yuki, defended Numata Castle. His goal is to live the lofty standards set by his father. I will try and talk with father and see if there's some way to avoid conflict. That never works, Yukimura. Oh, we got all the old friends back. How pathetic. Oh, this guy. He's like almost has a personality as the zany comic relief guy in the first act. We owed the Uesugi a great debt, and yet we are ordered to attack them by the Tokugawa. Are you okay with this, Lord Yukimura? Of course I'm not okay with it. I must speak with my father. Another battle. I thought our warring days were behind us, Lord Yukimura. Unfortunately, it would seem not. There appears to be quite a commotion down near the capital. It could be some prearranged movement with the Uesugi. Well, I'm sure I'm supposed to talk to Mazuyuki after I've talked to Kunoichi, but we'll see what happens if you talk to him first. Shiny silver ore. I do not feel right about fighting the Uesugi. Nor do I. We must think of ourselves as going there to stop the conflict. But that's fooling ourselves. You think that's what? Yes, we must fool ourselves. The Uesugi seem destined to follow the Hojo if things persist. Why would they choose to do that? Their righteous spirit will not allow them to do anything else. Is that it? I can't help but think they must have another aim in mind. Like winning. The Hojo clan is extinct as far as I know. I think the Uesugi clan... I mean, none of the old none of the old dynastic samurai clans, obviously, it's not the same system there in Japan now, it's a democracy, but, like, the Date clan is one I know, like, there is an actual living descendant of Masamune who participates in, like, festivals and stuff up in, can't remember the name of it, but the city, Sendai, I think, that Masamune founded. I think the Uesugi might still be around, too. I mean, in the sense that, like, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson have ancestors today. They're, they can show up and do speeches at, like, historical events or whatever. If the boy is going to make a move, now is the time. Did you say something, Father? Are you muttering your secret plans aloud again? It's nothing. Yep, he's all about, doing whatever it takes to destroy Ieyasu. Which should not come as a surprise at this point in the story. Alright, cool. Let's advance the story here.
Actually...
But why would Master Ieyasu decide to attack the Uesugi? Ieyasu Tokugawa, Part 1. Oh, this is about the FU letter. Okay.
They've been told to come to Osaka and time and again, and yet they've never responded. That's my guess why.
Marching upon the capital. Hojo repeatedly refused Hideyoshi's demand for them to come to Osaka, thereby displayed their defiance of his administration. Yeah, so it's the same deal. They were ordered to come to the capital to make an accounting of themselves, and they refused. It's like the Hojo all over again.
You mean Howard Johnson's? It also seems that the letter Kanetsuka wrote during the negotiations may have offended Ieyasu.
I can imagine exactly what happened. To Master Kanetsugu, I am sure that the way Master Ieyasu has gone about things is unforgivable.
Yes, I suppose. Oh, I almost forgot. Lord Yukimura, Lord Mazuyuki wanted to see you.
Father wants to see me, I will go see him at once, and this time he will actually say something consequential, because I've had my dialogue with you. Oh, I found a spider. Alright, this will surely bring peace to Japan.
I think I saw Lord Nobuyuki as well.
Brother? Brother! You got all the dominant genes, while I received the flawed recessive genes. God, look what's name. Brother, is he come here from the Tokugawa ranks? Bleh. Lord Yukimura. Get on with the story. Okay, jeez. Is our brother teleported in, or will he appear when we have this dialogue? Father, you wanted to see me? Yes, let's teleport indoors. Yukimura, a secret missive has arrived from Mitsunari. From Master Mitsunari, you mean... Indeed. He has raised an army to wage war with Ieyasu. They couldn't stop him then. I can only imagine the anguish Lady Cha-Cha, excuse me, must be feeling. I feel like Kunoichi keeps yawning dramatically every time you talk to her. And I keep going back to old games. Samurai Warriors 2, the first Samurai Warriors game I played. I went back and played Samurai Warriors 1 after. Has this scene where Mitsunari, Yukimura, and Kanetsugu have this kind of Oath in the Peach Garden moment before Odawara Castle, where they pledge to fight together for the land. And all three of them ultimately end up on the same side. But, yeah, there's nothing like that actually happens. So this is telling you a little bit more about it in a way that makes sense. Yukimura's just kind of got conflicted loyalties here. And he doesn't seem to have a huge personal connection with Kanetsugu or Mitsunari, but he just doesn't seem to hate the Tokugawa either, but I think he recognizes the fact that the Tokugawa are trying to seize power. He asks that the Sanada join him in his cause. And what do you intend to tell him, Father? What, this is the first opportunity in a long time you've had to provide some input, to maybe tell me what you think. But nope, you're just going straight to asking me what we're doing. Okay, fine. I have summoned Nobuyuki. Once we were all together, we shall discuss the matter. Well, that's nice. That's not the way Mazuyuki usually runs things. But at this point, he's got to realize he's not going to be around too much longer, and one of these two kids is going to have to take over. It might be time for them to start having some knowledge or understanding, at least, of the plans. Indeed. The momentum is with Master Ieyasu. Father will surely put aside all personal emotions and side with the likely victor. And if that happens, what will I do? Oh, see, Yukimura wants to fight with Mitsunari. I mean, on his side. Well. I apologize for my tardiness, Father. We don't use words like retard in this family. They're differently abled. Oh, wait, tardiness. Never mind, I got you. Brother. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there, Yukimura. Good to see you, pal. Come on, hug it out. You guys haven't seen each other in a while. We're supposed to be brothers. It's good to see you, Yukimura. I mean, come on. Did Elwood casually tell Jake that it was nice to see him when Jake got out of prison? No. We are all together. Let us begin. And we're going to skip this scene. Okay, fine. Why would we want to see this scene? It's just the most... Okay, never mind. We're going to see the scene. I have decided to side with Mitsunari. Father, are you serious? I thought that's what you wanted. Is this your way of repaying your debt to Lord Hiroshi? I better just let this one play out. They're not letting me control the advancement of dialogue, so... Little symbolism of the logs there. I'm not used to thinking for myself. He could become a nun. Mostly Kakakatsu, though. He's the one I have to protect. Alright, you can get the fuck out there, traitor. I know you came in. Live long and prosper. I have been and always will be your friend. Well, there you go. I guess that's the last time any of them are going to see. Well, that's the last time Nobuyuki's ever going to see any of them. Not that emotional a scene. They were all pretty cold.
Welcome back, Lord Nobuyuki. Now that JG can control the rate at which the text advances, he'll start voice acting again. What did your father have to say?
He's basically going to try to murder your whole family. He's basically going to try to murder your whole family. Mitsunari has raised an army. Father and Lord and Yukimura intend to join him.
But why? And you, my lord, what will you do?
I will fight for Lord Ieyasu, of course. I mean, you're just that cute. I've completely betrayed my family.
Are you sure? Because, we haven't had any kids yet. We could get an annulment. No hard feelings. I'm willing to throw our marriage away. No hard feelings.
Lord Ieyasu is the only one capable of protecting this peace. I swore that I would help him do that.
Indeed.
And I also intend to protect the house of the Sanada. If the worst should happen, I will save Yukimura and father, even if it costs me my life.
How are you gonna do that, though? Lord Nobuyuki.
He can save the name of Sanada, because the Sanada clan, if he stays loyal, the Sanada clan name will, would likely be allowed to endure, and he would be declared the head of the clan as a subordinate clan to the Tokugawa. But the idea that he's going to be able to save his dad and his brother in this war is, that's a little bit trickier. So Lord Mazayuki and Lord Yukimura are to side with the Western Army, while Lord Nobuyuki will be with the Eastern Army, split right down the middle. Well, ish. I mean, there's 3. Can't really split it down the middle unless, you cut Yukimura in half. I think I'll go check on Lord Yukimura, make sure he hasn't been cut in half. Emotionally, he probably has been cut in half by all this. But meanwhile, I'll chat with his dad, with whom I have no personal relationship. Wouldn't you have more chance of victory if you side with the Tokugawa?
No, a strange ninja. Yes, I will talk to you about my most inner designs. Undoubtedly.
Then why?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Nice. I do like that, actually. Yukimura Sanada. What's happening?
Who would ever have thought the Sanada clan would be torn apart like this?
And what are you going to do?
I'll remain loyal to Lord Mazayuki and Lord Yukimura, come what may. My resolve is unchanged. It is most unfortunate, but I must side with Lord Nobuyuki.
Oh, really? Wow, it looks like the Yokoya brothers are splitting up here. You seem to have decided to turn your back on your lord awfully easily. Oh, excuse me, little ninja that I don't even know. Fuck you. Get that damn foxtail nonsense out of here, too.
It was far from easy. I simply feel that Lord Nobuyuki has made the correct decision for the future of the clan. It's so unlike him. This decision was most unlike Lord Mazayuki.
Yep. What decision will you make?
I will serve the one most worthy to entrust the land of Shinana to at the moment. That is Lord Nobuyuki.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize this, but it makes sense. All the retainers are split in different ways, too.
This is how our lord must be. This is how our lord should act. We won't take orders from the likes of the Tokugawa.
You don't seem to have realized that Lord Nobuyuki is still with the Tokugawa.
No, of course.
But why?
Are Lord Yukimura and Lord Nobuyuki really going to fight against each other?
Well, no, not directly. They actually won't be engaged in the same battles. Apparently.
But what will happen to the Sanada? And what of the children?
Let's go see what Kunoichi thinks about all this.
Oh, there's new stuff for this guy to say, too.
Huh?
I got the zap, and what am I supposed to do?
Your family's been at Numata since your father's generation, right? Then surely you should go with Lord Nobuyuki.
Yes, but, well, thanks for advising me on that, ninja guy. I hadn't actually thought about that before.
What do you think? You want to spontaneously start serving Nobuyuki?
Wait, what? What the fuck? Why would you even suggest that? You heard the man. Get ready.
Yep.
Still, how did it come to this? ...
Yeah, it has to be. You don't think about it, but the ninjas in particular, you don't think about them as having human emotions and attachments. But this has to be pretty tough on the retainers. Anyway, I think I will. I think we're at about 30-minute mark. I think I will call it here. And when we come back next time, I've had a little. Well, yeah, I'm over 30 minutes. Jeez, I've had a nice little play session here. It's lazy Sunday afternoon as I record this. Perfect time to record little Samurai Warriors. But boy, there hasn't been a lot of action, has there? It's been an all talk kind of session. We had like 10 videos in a row between battles at one point. I hope we're not going quite that long this time, because while I do enjoy talking about the story and absorbing the story, I end up making the same points over and over about the characters, and probably at some point you guys might want to see some action gameplay. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. And I'm genuinely curious. Like, I'm playing the game. I'm playing it the way I'm playing it. I'm not all that bothered. It's not like I'm monetizing this channel or anything like that. But I am curious if people actually enjoy these like diversions into the plot, or if you all want to see this game get back to actually being an action game, because it is not being one right now. Maybe that'll change next time. See you then.